Take a look around the solar system. 8 planets orbiting a central star, the Sun. Among them is Earth and its neighbor, Venus. Earth, our home, is an oasis for life. And Venus, that's the stuff of nightmares.
Venus and Earth couldn't be more different. The Earth is this beautiful planet, and there's water everywhere. It's ice at the poles, it's water in the ocean, it's in the atmosphere as water vapor. But then you look at Venus, it is the worst place imaginable. It is so hot on the surface, crushing pressures. It couldn't be any less supportive of life.
To me, the planet Venus is sort of a classic definition of the word hell.
If you were to transport to Venus and experience the environment there, you'd quickly want to return back to Earth.
The conditions on Venus are among the most inhospitable in the solar system.
It's just a horrible place. It's so hot and there's no water and the atmosphere is so thick. And it rains sulfuric acid.
It's going to be a competition between whether or not you're going to be cooked to death or crushed to death.
Earth and Venus may seem like very different worlds, but they shouldn't. They're roughly the same size, same mass, and made from the same stuff. And they started out as twins.
Early Venus and early Earth were very similar. They were twins, probably nearly identical twins at their earliest stages.
Given that Venus is so Earth-like in so many ways, it's really odd that it is so different than the Earth, and this makes it one of the biggest mysteries in the solar system. Somewhere in their two histories, the Earth and Venus took two very different paths.
The result? 2 totally different worlds.
Their paths were so different, you could hardly believe that one would have been related to the other. But now the opposite thing's going to happen. We're going to catch up with our twin. We're going to evolve to be a lot more like Venus in the future.
In the future, the 2 planets' paths will converge, and they will become twin-like once again. There is going to be hell on Earth. The oceans will vaporize. The land will melt. Our hospitable blue planet will vanish, replaced by a fiery, molten world.
We are actually on the Earth at a time when there's water and rain, and it was so easy for life to take hold. But that's going to change. And take a look in at Venus and have a look at our future.
And Earth will surpass the horrors of Venus.
A billion years from now, Earth could be an unimaginably terrible place.
How will this happen? The roots of our homeworld's destruction are buried deep in the past of our twin planet.
It's very much true that in studying the past of Venus, we are also studying the distant future of Earth.
Both planets share a violent birth, scarred by brutal planet formation, giant cosmic impacts, and rampant volcanism.
We're trying to reconstruct things that happened in the ancient past. It's almost like forensic planetary geology.
4.6 billion years ago, hundreds of infant planets begin to form around the new sun. Among them, the baby Venus and Earth. And as they hurtle around the sun, collisions are inevitable.
Planet formation is like a demolition derby. In a derby, the cars are racing around a track, going around in circles at different speeds. Well, it's the same thing with planets. The material is orbiting the sun. It's going around, and they're all going at different speeds, at different angles, different trajectories, and sometimes Boom.
In this derby, planet hits planet. Two become one. Violently.
You have these large bodies that are hitting each other at really high velocity. It's really a very hot, violent mess.
The amount of energy released in these impacts is huge. It completely dwarfs all of the nuclear weapons on Earth combined. And yet, somehow, on these scales, you wind up forming gigantic objects that we call planets.
Earth and Venus become voracious planet eaters. But two spectacular collisions will set the twins on very different paths.
That was the moment Venus and Earth went through this divergence to what has now become these really dramatically different worlds.
The divergence begins when a Mars-sized object hits Earth. The impact makes our planet spin faster. The core spins with it, generating a powerful magnetic field around the planet. The field fends off the worst of the sun's radiation. Around the same time, Venus takes a head-on hit from another infant planet. This impact explains something very weird about Venus.
Venus is actually rotating in the wrong direction. How could that be? Well, what if it got hit really hard by some object? That could do it.
An object so huge, Venus stops in its tracks and begins to spin backwards.
If you think about how much energy and what size you need to change a planet's spin, that is an incredibly large hit.
But the backspin is slow, 243 times slower than Earth. Without a fast spin, Venus's core can't generate a strong magnetic field. It has no protection from the deadly stream of particles blasted from the sun.
Venus does not have a strong magnetic field, and so it has suffered the full brunt of this wind blasted out from the sun.
The tale of two planets now splits radically. Venus will roast under a violent, suffocating atmosphere. Earth will give birth to oceans, life, and intelligence. But ultimately, these twins' fates are one and the same. Earth's future is Venus. Pure hell.